I got skills with the rock.
And you be Austin like Steve Austin. Steady flossing with cash earned from hitting mash burn.
On the break, you want me to take it. He's took with a left, right, and shook. Look.
More steals than Ricky Hen from the Pac-10.
I ain't new to this. I give assists like a high school tutor. But who the hell said being a kid was easy? But ain't nothing going on but cash and be ballin'. But I guess they all is cause they hear a brother fallin'. Don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright. Let's go back a few years to be exact. High school, the fools didn't know how to act.
As we're on standby for Coach Kid right now. Well, Kendrick, no problem. But hold on, Coach Kid is already speaking. Hold on, let's go to Coach Kid.
Obviously, the defense kind of showed up there at the end when it mattered, but Luka, his return, what did you think just overall, how he handled things?
It was really good. Not just the scoring, but the trust of being double teamed and trusting Q and the other guys that were on the floor that they were going to make the right play. It's like, he picked up right where he left off of just the trust. He made some shots tonight. I thought he was good defensively, came up with some steals right off the bat there again. We got to be better there in that fourth. That defense, we were just trading baskets. But the back-to-back, we put ourselves in a position to win on the road against a team that's playing extremely well. They've won 4 in a row here at home. And this is a big win, especially with, we can call it shorthanded. We've had a couple teams here of late, of just different groups playing at a high level. And now we got to figure out once we get whole how to become one team.
Obviously, a pivotal moment there, 43 seconds left. Spencer's called for the offensive foul. You guys challenge it. It's reversed. He gets 2 free throws and pretty much sealed the game from there. Just what you see in that moment that kind of led to the challenge.
Yeah, I thought the challenge, and we're listening to the players, and so the player, Spencer being Spencer, is that he felt that he was grabbed first. So if it's going to be a close call, let's take the challenge. Also gives us a chance to figure out who we want in defensively if it's their ball. And so there's a lot of different moving parts in that play, but to come up with the 2 free throws for Spence to step up and make them was huge.
How much did the time off help Luka? He was dealing with leg issues before then and then his wrist, but how much did he need that time off? Yeah,
I think just to be able to, he being hurt, it's never fun. He wants to play. He wants to help the team win. I think coming back healthy with the wrist and being able to play the way he did, he's done everything as we've talked about leading up to this. He's played the 5-on-5, and so being shorthanded was a perfect time for him to play with Kai and those guys being out. And so, again, big role went for us, especially with the way the schedule set up for us right now. We played here, and now we go home for one, and then we go as far as you can east. So this is huge. And again, everybody Spencer's been one of the hottest players for us, but I thought Q stepping up to make some free throws after his free throw performance last night, and just the trust again, giving up the ball to guys and knowing that they're going to step up and make plays.
Season high for QG on score and steal. How important is he for current lineup, especially on closing up the game defensively?
Yeah, I thought Q has played extremely well starting for us, and once we get whole, he'll go back to coming off the bench. But that just shows the depth of that, being a pro, Q starting or coming off the bench, he's willing to play that role at a high level for us, and we need that, if we want to win games, and the ultimate goal is to win a championship.
Talked earlier about staying on an even keel, but
yeah.
you're on a pretty nice roll. How do you stay on that keel and without, kind of start feeling good about what this team is doing right now?
Yeah, it's interesting when you talk about, some guys are out, gives others opportunity. I thought Hardy, maybe didn't play his best in that first half, but he got us off to a great start in that second half. And we got to figure out as a team, once we are whole, the minutes are going to come down, and can we play those minutes as hard, as we can, and put ourselves in position to win games. And that's just chemistry, and it takes time. But our depth has helped us with some injuries and sickness. And so, again, we missed Marshall, we missed Eli tonight, but for Klay, and for these guys to step up in their place, that just shows the depth and also how good this team can be.
Well, that's the next step, obviously. Right?
Yeah, that is the next step. That's just becoming one. We have multiple teams right now, and the goal is at the right time to become that one team, and we understand what time of the year that is.
What was your view of the play?
I gotta go. Luka's here.
Okay, so I guess we're on standby for Luka next, as he is walking into the room. Oh, all right, here's Luka.
Luka, just how did it feel after being out so long and coming back and having a game like this, especially in that second quarter where you made every shot?
Oh, just happy, man. So I love to do. I was just happy to be out there playing with joy. Obviously happy that we got a win. Felt like they were hitting every shot, but we got it at the end. Just really happy to be back.
Was there anything you noticed while you were out that you figured that you could take advantage of when you come back and join the group while everybody's kind of clicking on all cylinders?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously think the pace was great. They were playing amazing, so just trying to adapt to that. But, I mean, they were playing amazing. They beat some tough teams, and, I was just happy to sit and watch and enjoy.
As you sit and watched and enjoyed, was there anybody in particular on your team that surprised you?
Not surprised, but, I mean, from everybody that stepped on the court, was playing with pace, playing with energy, playing good, and having fun. And that's what we're playing team basketball, and that's what wins championships.
You liking what you're seeing from this team? I mean, there's a lot of different guys that stepped up while you were out, and now when some other guys are out.
We're just going to talk about this game, or is it?
Sorry?
Nothing. Yeah, I mean, everybody. You see PJ hit a big shot today. Q had 28 points. Like, say, everybody stepped. Spencer played amazing. And, we just have a deep team.
Luka, how's the rest?
It's okay. A little sore now. It's obviously not 100%. But I was just happy to be able to go today.
Luka, I don't know if you hear the noise when the people in home court to know that you're coming up to play. Like a lot of people in this home court is supporting you, and also that you went to China this summer and then have a tour. How is that kind of support from the fans, helping you?
It's not just helping me in the game, but it's just actually what you play for. Play for the love from the fans. Always trying to sign autographs. But that's what you play for. It's just love all around, and I'm really glad, and it warms my heart that that's happening.
You were having been out 4 or 5 games. Did that help with some other things? Did you feel better? I mean, the leg and all that stuff. Does all that help when you get a little bit of rest like that?
Definitely. Just a little bit of rest. Kind of a little tired. Last couple of games that I played, but that shouldn't be an excuse. But obviously, I feel way better now. I think my pace has been great this game. I just got to keep it going.
How pivotal was that moment with 43 seconds left when Spencer's called for offensive foul? Jason challenges it. You and Spencer go to the ref. You're adamant that it was offensive foul or defensive foul. How pivotal was that moment for this win?
I mean, big. We got 2 free throws out of that. But at this point, you can. They've been. They say, somebody else pushed like 3 times in a row. They didn't call it. It's okay if you're not gonna call it. Don't call it. 40 seconds to go. let the players decide the game. That was a great challenge, but Jason.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Luka.
All right, guys, we'll have Grimes with us.
All right, well, Kendrick, that's what you were saying right there. You felt the referees were taken away from the game with that call, man.
Yeah, because it was a lot of bumping going on both ends. And I always say this: if you're gonna let it go, then let it go. Don't call a Mickey Mouse foul, which ended up being a foul on the Portland Trailblazers for hooking Spencer Dinwiddie. But if you're gonna let guys bump, going 1-on-1, then let them bump. Don't start calling fouls that interrupts the pace of the game. And the referees were wrong on that call. Luckily, they called it right, being a foul call on Avita. I think that's his name. Giving Spencer that was a good challenge, a good momentum shift, because if that wasn't a challenge, or coach didn't have a challenge, that would have went the other way, and who knows how this game would have ended up being. But this game was crazy. Literally, the Portland Trailblazers were shooting 60% in the fourth quarter. And I'm just reading the
from
stat.
three.
From three. Literally shooting six. Usually if you get a team shooting 60% from 3 point, they're usually winning this game. And I think, Tovash, you like me, when Anthony Simons went out, I get a sigh of relief. I didn't know he transferred his powers to the rest of the team when he left out the game. It's like whatever he had went right into the rest of them, and all those guys. The Portland Trailblazers will not shoot the ball in this game. Shoot the ball
that well
like this in a game. The rest of this season, you don't shoot 60% in a half or in a quarter. That just doesn't happen. This is a one time to do that.
Did you say they were on a 4-game?
Yeah, they are. Listen, I said before, and I was looking at the schedule. Look, this team has beaten the Clippers. It's beating the Minnesota Timberwolves on back-to-back games. It's beating the Houston Rockets. It's beating the Sacramento Kings. It's beating good basketball teams. So unless you're playing the Utah Jazz, which we lost that one. But unless you play, there's no nights off. There's no nights off in the West. There just isn't. There's no nights off in the West. And the reason why the Pelicans have this record they have because they're so injured. So you literally have 12 to 13 teams are good in the Western Conference. So every game's gonna have its challenges. But give the Mavericks credit. This is a deep team, and we talked about this at the start of the season. I think Walt, you and me and Tobias both, as we did our season previews, I said I think the Mavericks are other than OKC, and maybe the Celtics are one of the three deepest teams in the NBA. They just are, and you're seeing it come to tuition. It don't matter who's out, they got guys who can ball. You couldn't say that the last time the Mavericks went to the finals. Went to the West Finals. Kid's first season. If Luka was out or Jalen Brunson was out or Spencer Dinwiddie, it was going to be a loss. Now you got guys who can. I think what's now this the fourth game or they had 6 guys in double digits. That usually doesn't happen.
Don't the Mavs have like the best back-to-back record in the NBA?
Yeah,
or one of the best back-to-back records.
Yeah, they have the best They still have not lost the second night of a back-to-back game.
No, they're 4-1. They're 4-1.
4-1. Okay, 4-1.
They're 4-1 this year.
It's still the best record, though, right?
Yeah, the long loss was to the Miami Heat, and that took overtime.
They are in a 4-game win streak on the second night.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this that tells you the quality of depth this team has. It tells you the quality of good coaching this team has. And
what?
I've always
are you giving Coach Kidd his
when I have not? I'm not ashamed.
The other day you were on his neck. You were on his neck about something he did.
Oh, listen. You can always have criticism for a guy in a certain play in a certain part of the game, but that doesn't take away that he's a good coach. I said at the start of the season, Coach Kidd's a top 5 coach in the NBA, and I ain't standing off of that. That doesn't mean he's gonna be criticized. Everybody getting criticized on it. But he's one of the best coaches in the NBA, and he's showing it. People wanted to run him out of here. Even his first year when he took the team to the West Finals, but hope gladly that people in the Mavericks organization are actually sane. But like I said, I think Tobias can piggyback off of this. That this team is a deep basketball team, and if you don't have depth, you don't win games like this. You just don't. If you don't have quality depth, you don't win back, because Portland was shooting out of their mind. They were literally shooting out of their mind, and the Mavs found a way on the second night of a back-to-back. Without half of their top 12 5 of the top 12 guys injured, they found a way to win a basketball game. Good quality win against a team that won 4 straight in the Motor Center. And I told you, Walt, you just don't come in the Motor Center at any game until you come away with a win. Go ahead, Tobias.
After these past few games of Dinwiddie slander over, question for you. That's a question for you, Kendrick.
That's a question for me. That's great, because I did say trade him. Listen, I'm off for apology. I did. After that Miami game, I said that's it. But Spencer Dinwiddie has found his groove. He's found his groove. Shout out to Swish for real. What's up, Swish? Yeah, he's in a good groove of basketball play. And this is listen, maybe the jersey matters. He played his best ball was in this jersey. Nowhere else. Listen, man. It like I said before, it comes to the quality of depth that this team has. They don't win this ball game. In fact, what's the win streak at right now, Tobias? What's the win streak
on the second night?
No. How many games this team won in a row right now?
Oh, well, they just lost the other night, though. I think it's like 2 or 3.
Okay, well, 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6.
Mavericks?
It's like 6 out of 7 or something like that.
Okay.
We're on the 4. We're on the 4 because we lost to Miami.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, 6 out of 7. Spencer Dinwiddie. If you don't have him playing the way he has, they don't win. They don't win at least 3 of those games he's played in, because he's actually balling. But it goes to the quality of depth, because Najee's played too. He's been out, but he's been playing well. They got a lot of guys who can
guess
ball.
He was taking some heat on Twitter, because I seen him tweet out saying, "Dang, a brother can't take a sick day off. A brother can't get sick."
Who said that?
Najee. I guess they were saying. I guess they were probably in the first quarter. They were trying to say Najee should be playing, and Najee like, "Dang, a brother can't have a sick day."
Get off Twitter, Najee. Get off Twitter, man.
Well, let's take a look at tonight's game. Take a look at all that 3 right off the bat with an alley-oop.
Yeah, that's right off the bat, alley-oop to
You know who had a good game tonight? Who got
Jaden
Hardy.
Yeah, Jaden Hardy. Listen, I've already said this about Jaden Hardy.
God.
I want him scoring. I don't want him having to try to think the game of basketball. I just want him just reacting. I said he could be this team's Tim Hardaway Jr. in a good way. But anytime he's got a
good way with Tim Hardaway Jr.'s name on this team.
Listen, the good Tim Hardaway Jr. with the guy who can score at least 10 or 15 points in a bunch. But anytime you gotta have Jaden Hardy trying to think a game or trying to create or trying to basketball IQ game, it comes to a problem. Even Derek Harper said that on the show today. He got Jaden Hardy got to stop turning the ball over.
Look out, Harp. Hey, Harp, I got the mocktails. Harp. Look out.
They came out. I heard Luka say use just one word, and the word was energy. They said that while ago in this press conference, and that's what got to me. He kind of helped with that. And if you look at the other games that Luka has played in, you can kind of tell what he kind of doesn't really feel like playing basketball, or at least sometimes he'll
feel like playing basketball. You are no lie about that one.
Yeah, sometimes his energy level look low, but the team with him in the lineup and the way these dudes played around him, dude, like from Dinwiddie to Quentin Grimes, and of course Quentin Grimes had a spectacular game, but like Luka with his silent, quiet 36 points or whatever, basically got outshined by the hot shooting of Portland, the way Quentin Grimes played, how Dinwiddie played down the stretch in the third, of course in the fourth quarter at the end right there. Like Luka really didn't, but I mean, Luka really didn't put his fingerprints in the game like he normally would. He was just there assisting. He was just there assisting the fellas.
Well,
the ball never really.
About you got an excellent point, but I feel like that has to do with the criticism that everybody's giving of when he was gone, how they played without him. So he came in tonight. He really fitted in with what they were going on. He wasn't out there doing too much Luka stuff tonight. He wasn't taking bad shots. His shots were in the flow of the game. He wasn't being a loose cannon tonight, but all he did was step in and fill in and distributed the ball.
We saw him.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say we saw Luka. We saw Luka, kind of like talking to the refs a little bit. But in the second half, he quieted it up. Right. You really didn't see him complaining. You just saw him getting downhill, like we're seeing right here. He was getting downhill, attacking the rim, finding open shooters. That pass that he found PJ Washington in the corner for that big time three, where he gets the defender up in the air and then he hits the three in the corner. Like, that's just vintage Luka Doncic right there. And so, like, again, this is a team win. This wasn't a Luka game. This wasn't a Kai game. No, this was a team win, and energy played into a whole bunch of that.
Well, that's the point, and that goes back to what Coach Kidd was saying, that while he was gone, Luka had to learn the most while he was out. Personally, I know I was messing around with him, but if Luka would have came back and lost his game night, they would have been on Luka's top tonight. They really would have been.
I'm gonna say something. Listen. I've been truly blessed these last 4 years of being around Walt Chisholm and Tovash, that I get to get little nuggets from people. Get little nuggets from people that I know I would have never got nuggets for, and I'm gonna put one out there.
Yeah, you got to meet Sean Merriman.
I was told. Yeah. I'm just saying, kudos to you guys, even though Walt, you pissed me off doing a game. But that would never happen again. But anyway, moving on. Moving on. I was. Little Birdie told me that it was some players that may have went to Luka and said, "Bro," and this goes back to what I was talking about. You gotta get your cardio up. You gotta get in shape. Because we can't do what we want to do with you lagging behind. That was told to me that some players addressed to him in a meeting, in a team meeting after the Utah Jazz loss.
Who's your source?
That was told to me.
Who's your source?
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that. You never reveal stuff like that.
Hey, a good broadcaster reporter never reveals his source.
No, you don't ever do that. You taught me that. So I'm just telling you, it was told to me that in that little meeting after the game, guys were coming. It was a couple of players coming in and say, "Bro, you got to get yourself back in shape because right now you're playing too slow." And to the pace that we want to be at. And if you look at it, Tovash, he looked quicker today, and he looked slimmer today. I was looking at his body. He looked slimmer today.
Well, don't forget they're also playing in white jerseys. So take that, take that which will.
Now, this is one of the game where the game here got real, where they just started to decide to trade buckets right here in the fourth quarter. It was
that part of the game was fun.
Yeah, this is what Coach Kim was talking about. We got to tighten this.
This sharp kid, man, this dude right here couldn't miss. So
you got a lot of good young
that's Shaden Sharp. That's Shaden Sharp.
Yeah.
In the first half, it was Aiden making all the mid range. Then all of a sudden, this sharp kid just started bombing out of nowhere, and I'm like, gosh! Every single time a three went in, I just threw my hands up and kept hitting the pillows at home, bro. Because I'm just like, dude, will y'all just miss one, please? But
Tovash,
And
it was
for
guys
Luka, he got
careering
his
in this
foul
game.
trouble.
Guys were careering scoring in this game for the Portland TrailBlazers. I mean, I looked up and Mark Fowler was talking about this guy's breaking his career record on the night. You have a three or four guys.
Do that thing.
But yeah, give out to Dinwiddie. He balled today. It was a great team effort on the second night of a back-to-back against a team that was shooting out of his mind, especially in the second half to come out with this win. This is a win, a very you can say a team that's on its way to doing special things like win. You can galvanize yourself. You can build on this type of win right here. Because it's a win I could say the Mavericks would have lost a couple years ago. Maybe early last season when Grant Williams was here. But we won't talk about that. I hope he's feeling better with his knee.
So, I mean, taking away from this game, like one thing, if you score 130 points, you need to win the game. That's just period, point blank. And the Mavericks are doing just that. When they score 120, when they score 130, chances are they're going to win the basketball game. But like, you got to really kind of focus in and dial in and address defenses. Address defenses when there's a shootout happening. When there's a shootout happening, of course, when guys start cooking and sizzling in the NBA, then there's not too much you can do. But you can change your defensive your defensive strategy up. You can go to 2-3, which they did. They went to 2-3, and then Portland really started busting them in the head.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta as the season progresses, you gotta understand that hey, there's gonna be a lot of teams that's gonna shoot as well as Portland. Not that quite well, but there's gonna be a lot of teams that's gonna bomb you in the second half, and you gotta weather that storm. And golly, man, like weathering the storm like that from a team that's at home. From a team that's at home is a big time accomplishment by a visiting team, dude.
And most importantly, where at, Kendrick?
The Motor Center, Tovash. That wasn't a storm. That was a category F5 tornado was coming. They shot 60% from three in the second half. I repeat, they shot 60%.
And what don't you do in the Motor Center?
You don't listen, boy. You just don't come out of there with a win. You just don't come out of the Motor Center.
Yeah, I mean, that boy right there, he fell, and then the Mavericks came out there with a win in the Motor Center.
Yeah, the Mavericks came out and survived. They survived right here. But yeah,
y'all notice Luka. Y'all notice Luka on that play right there. Luka puts his knee in the back of that dude in the back of Sharp.
He really did.
And I was like, oh, they could call a foul. And then when Gaffer gets the rock from Grimes, then that also looked like Gaffer was about to get the end one because he got hit intentionally, and the refs didn't even call it. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of calls blown by the officials, but not that many. I thank God that there's a replay system in basketball, dude. I thank God.
I'm gonna tell you something, Tovash. If that replay doesn't happen, let's just say Coach Kidd uses replay and he fails it, and he misses a challenge, and they don't have it. I think Portland wins this game because they got the ball going the other way. And I think that's
it's a tie game.
It's a free throw. It's free throws going away because I think the Mavericks was over the limit. They call over the limit on offensive foul. No, but it's a tie game. But Portland got the ball, and the way they were scoring, I think the Mavericks may lose. That was a big challenge right there to basically help win them the game tonight.
And you can also tell Dinwiddie was getting hella frustrated because even on the defensive end, like he was undersized and pretty much outmatched from that.
He was
but see, he was being frustrated because he was also telling the referee, "Hey man, this dude pushing off, dude.
Yeah,
he's pushing off." So there was like about one or two possessions after that. After he got the end one, there was one or two possessions after that where he the kid number 8 or whatever for Portland comes down and he draws so much contact on Dinwiddie. The referees let him play, but he still got the bucket. And I'm like, damn, he is beating Dinwiddie's ass. And so that's pretty much that's why Dinwiddie was getting frustrated. And then of course, when he put his hand in the cookie jar, I'm like, dude, there's 3 officials. Like, y'all don't see that? Y'all don't see him clearly putting his arm, like wrapping his arm up with Dinwiddie. So like Dinwiddie is frustrated. If you look at Dinwiddie's face when he pushes off, bro, I mean, it was almost like he was ready to throw hands with the dude. So that tells me he was being really, really pesky. And I like players like that, man. I like players like that, but I also like players like Dinwiddie who will come back down, hit 2 free throws out of frustration after winning the challenge flag, because they weren't going to challenge that if Dinwiddie did grab the basketball and do like this. So they were going to let that thing play out, but like luckily for Dinwiddie, and thankful for Dinwiddie, because his basketball IQ said, "Hey man, he's fouling me before y'all called this stupid ass offensive foul." So yeah, that's what they did.
Right. Yeah, piggyback off of that. Yeah, listen. I think his name. What the kid's name is? Avida. Avida. He was giving it to Dinwiddie. I mean, they were literally. He was literally going three or four straight times at Dinwiddie. And trying to, I guess, because he had the size advantage on him, and you can see Dinwiddie getting frustrated. But like I said before, if you're gonna let guys bump and play, you can't call that offensive foul. Now, luckily, they reversed it and ended up getting free throws. But you can't call what you thought Dinwiddie was doing, and you seeing that on the other end. If you're gonna let them bump, it's just like Luka said. If you're gonna let us bump, then you gotta let us bump. If you're gonna call it, then you could have called that. You could call that kid on twice when he just literally shoved Dinwiddie to the ground. I know what you're talking about, Tom.
Bully ball.
Literally shoved him to the ground, and there was no offensive call. You cannot call that and then turn around and call some Mickey Mouse call all of them with 40 seconds left to go. You lose your capabilities as a referee when you do that. Luckily, like you said, Dinwiddie took the ball and was animated about getting the challenge, and Coach Kidd did it, and it went up going to Mavericks way. Because if that doesn't, I think we're having a different conversation about Portland winning this ball game. Because it was that kind of ball game where Portland basically they were getting anything they wanted to do to be successful, as Derek Harper always says.
All right, Kendrick, let's get over to the stats and facts, man.
Yeah, man, let me tell you something. You're gonna be astounded by these stats. I'm about to wear you out with her. I mean, I don't know if it was a great offense, no defense, or a combination of both. Let's get to it. Stats and facts are brought to you by Very Best Barbecue. Very Best Barbecue in the DFW. Go get some tonight. Go get some tomorrow for lunch, man, if you're down in that way. All right. The Dallas Mavericks shoot 55% from the field. That's pretty damn good. Not as good as the TrailBlazers shooting 58% from the field. Also, the Dallas Mavericks were 18 out of 36 from 3. That's 50%. But they got outdone because the Blazers were 18 out of 31. Same amount of threes, but most of those were coming in the second half where they shot 60% from it. They ended up shooting 58% from 3. So you mean to tell me a team shoots 58% from the field and 58% from 3, and they catch an L? Let's look more into it. Let's see these stats. One of them is the Mavericks went to the free throw line 29 times. 23 out of 29 for 79%. The Blazers only went 15 out of 18 for 83%. Rebounds in favor of the Blazers, 39 to 33. Also offensive rebounding in favor of the Blazers, 10 to 8. Assists in favor of the Mavericks, 33 to 29. Steals. This is gonna tell a little bit, Tovash. Mavericks got 13 steals in this game to the Blazers 7. Let's read into more into that. The Blazers committed 21 turnovers to the Mavs 13. But this is what won the game for the Mavericks. Those 21 turnovers the Blazers committed turned into 33 Maverick points. That's a good quarter. That's basically a quarter you got in points for all turnovers. That led to the win right there, in my opinion. Also, the Blazers got 21 points off the Mavericks' 13 turnovers. Another key stat, Tovash, fast break points. We talk about the Blazers, one of these athletic teams that like to go up and down the court. Well, tonight, the Mavericks outpaced them in fast break points, 28 to 17. The Mavericks won the fast break points game in this game, 28-17. That's big. Also, the second best points in the paint team lived up to their motto in the Dallas Mavericks. Outpoint painting the Trailblazers, not by much, 54-52, but still won that battle. And also, the Blazers committed 25 fouls in this game to only 15 for the Mavericks. The Mavericks were not fouling in this game. All right, let's get to the individual box score, if you will. PJ Washington.
Good guys first.
Say what? Yeah, the good guys first. Oh, we always start with the good guys. Win or lose, they're the good guys. All right, except kind of when they lose, but still I got to call them good guys. But anyway, all right. PJ Washington, 37 minutes, 14 points. He was a +7. Had 6 boards in this game, 1 steal in this game. He was 5 of 8 from the field. But Tovash, this man's continuing to shoot that thing. He's 4 of 6 from 3. Another good 3-point shooting night for PJ.
4 of 6.
I coined the phrase 3J Washington, and it's gaining traction out here in these streets.
Yep.
Including if you
Vosh, you know he already approves of that name. I asked him about that at practice one day.
Yeah.
I told his dad. I also told his dad about it too. So yeah.
Okay.
It got back to him.
Including, if you guys remember, a clutch 3 when the game was either tied or the Blazers were leading. A clutch 3 to give the Mavs the lead late in the game. I think that was his last 3 he hit. Shout out to PJ. Daniel Gafford kind of got benched in the game because the game kind of went small, especially in the fourth, but still had a nice night. 27 minutes. He was 7 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He also had 4 assists and 4 boards in this game.
He put the dagger in the game, though.
Put the dagger. Well, he had finished up with 19 points. He was a +11 in this game. Luka Doncic, 36 points, 13 assists, 3 rebounds, short of a triple-double. He only had 7. But he did have 3 steals in this game. He was a +1 in this game. Also, in 36 minutes, he was 15 out of 24, 4 of 10 from 3. But, man, 2 of 4 from the free throw line in this game. Quentin Grimes,
now
36.
Most impressive stat. Second most impressive. No, you know what? Most impressive stat of the night right here.
Quentin Grimes, 36 minutes. He had 28 points. He was a +6.
28 points, Vosh. Quentin Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
Check this.
He got signed Luka.
Is that a career high for him?
No,
they act like it wasn't.
I think he had a few 30-point games with the Knicks.
Really?
Yeah, really. Quentin Grimes could score, man. He could score. That's when he came out of Houston. He could score. But he had 28 points. He was a +6 in this game. But this is a good stat. Key stat, Tovash. He had 5 steals. 5 steals. We talked about this steal game in the team stats, how that worked out for the Mavericks. He had 5 of those things. He also had 3 assists and 5 boards. So he contributed another way, not just scoring. Yeah. He was 9 of 13.
Quentin Grimes did his career high is 36 points against the Pacers one night back in 2023.
Okay. He was 9 of 13 from the field, 5 of 7 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. So he did improve from last night. Well, he
I knew you couldn't let it slide. I knew you just couldn't let it slide.
Jesus Christ. Jaden Hardy.
These free throws, man. What's with you?
I'm just saying, I don't see the man. I'm just saying. Well, I never see the man last night hit 5 3-pointers but missed 5 free throw shots. I never see.
Yeah, he was hot. He was hot too, and then all of a sudden just missed the free throw. Like, God dog.
Okay. Jaden Hardy, 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, including that hot streak he had to start the second half. He finished with 13 points. He was a -9. Only had 1 good God. Okay. He had no turnovers in this game.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, why don't you question his basketball IQ today, Kendrick?
He only played 23 minutes. So
does that mean you can tell that should tell you about his basketball IQ? He only played 23 minutes.
kept on that 25-minute mark. You won't have it. He had 1 steal, 1 assist.
So when he play more than 25 minutes, it's when he get out of control.
Get ready.
Get lost.
If he play over 25 minutes, get ready. Get ready. We had
went all over the floor.
But he had 13 minutes and 23 minutes. Good game for Jaden Hardy in this game. Maxi Kleber, 27 minutes, didn't score from the field, but he did have hit 2 free throws. He did have 7 rebounds. So I got to give him, he is rebounding the ball better in this game. Dwight Powell, 15 minutes, was 2 of 2 from the field, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He really got cheap shotted by one of the Blazers. I think that was Samaki Walker's kid. But they didn't call a flagrant on that thing. I thought they could have. But anyway, Spencer Dinwiddie, 34 minutes. I'm gonna tell you something. He was I know you guys talk about Quentin Grimes, and I was talking, and Luka did some things tonight. But Spencer Dinwiddie was my player of the game. He was my. He was now the bFb DFW player of the game. Well, there you go,
boy. Well, what a difference a day make, boy, don't it? We go from being from the doghouse to the penthouse.
Yeah, last time I did it was Jimmy Butler was the first ever BFP DFW. Even though he don't play for the Mavericks, he was the first ever he got that.
Yeah.
But Spencer Dinwiddie, 34 minutes, he was 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, hitting his free throws. 20 points. He was a plus 14. He had the highest plus of the Mavericks tonight. 2 steals, 5 assists, and a board, and a crucial, hey, let's challenge this thing because I'm not happy with this call that basically saved the game. Congratulations, Spencer. Let's get to
But you know what? Real quick, Kenny, he's not my player of the game because if he could play better defense, that kid is not. They were hunting him on defense. They saw the size of it.
You did say that.
They were going right at him.
They were hunting. I just like he was hitting big shots second half. It came with it came at one point where he was basing all the Mavericks offense when Luka went off the floor. And it would look like the game was going to get away from him, but he kept him in there and gave the Mavericks the lead. So I'll give it to him. That's just my opinion. Let's get to the Portland TrailBlazers. Kamara, 36 minutes. He had 17 points. Another guy who's on the G League just 2 weeks ago. But he hit 17 points. I think that was his career high. He was a plus 4. He had 4 assists, 7 rebounds. He was 5 of 7 from 3. Let's see how good him shoot. This dude just came off the G League 2 weeks ago, 5 of 7 from 3, 6 of 10 from the field. Jeremy Grant, 37 minutes. He had 14 points. Not that good of a game. Minus 1 to plus minus. He had 1 steal, 6 assists, 5 boards, 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. So he was shooting that thing. DeAndre Ayton, 32 minutes, 8 of 11 from the field. Like Tobias Shea, he had that mid-range going, 18 points. He did have 5 turnovers. Maybe the reason why his ass is off the floor. He was a minus 6. He had 1 steal, 3 assists, 7 boards in this game. He even took a 3, but he missed it. But that's his night tonight. Anthony Simons, when he wasn't in foul trouble, man, he went off in that third quarter. 24 points in the third quarter. He finished up with 27. Fouls out in the fourth. But the guy had 24 points in the third quarter. He was a plus 4. Before he fouled out, he also had 5 assists, 3 rebounds in the game. He was 9 of 11 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3. He did hit all 3 of his 3 free throws in 23 minutes. That just tell you what would have happened if he wouldn't have gotten in foul trouble in the first half. Sharp, 37 minutes. He was 10 of 20 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. He had 22 points in the game. He was when Anthony Simons went out after foul line. He picked up the scoring in, and he was balling, hitting that mid-range. 2 steals, 3 assists, and 4 boards in this game. He was a minus 1 in this game. Walker, 12 minutes, no points. He was a minus 11, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in the game. Murray, he only played 5 minutes, no points in this game. He did have 2 rebounds. At Vida, the kid was given it to Spencer Dinwiddie, 21 points. He was a minus 16. But he had 1 steal, 2 assists, 4 boards. He was 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line in 29 minutes. And he was the go-to guy late in the game. Banton,
he was a minus 16.
He was a minus 16.
That plus minus crap. It's so stupid because he was a big part of it. that Blazers offense, dude.
Let's see, hold on.
Seven for 12. Come on.
He had 4 turnovers. That may contribute to it. He had 4 turnovers and 3 fouls. That has something to do with it, I think. Batting 25 minutes. He was 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 9 points. He was a -6. They had 5 assists and 3 rebounds. They had 2 turnovers. Rupert, he was a +4, 3 points. He only played 3 minutes. And hit his 1 shot, which was a 3. And that's your stats and facts of this hellacious, high-scoring game, fun game that Mavericks survived in the Motor Center, because we know how that goes. Brought to you by Very Best Barbecue, the very best. Yeah, you don't go in there, but you can go into Very Best tomorrow for lunch. Go try it out, man. You got the best ribs in town. Walt Chisholm, back to you.
Yeah. Well, let's see real quick. I don't think any more interviews came in. I could be wrong. No new ones came in. I guess we give the scores update around the league real quick.
I would love to hear what Spencer Dinwiddie had to say. Not just talking to Leslie McCaskill, Leslie McCaskill or McCain or whatever her last name is. Right there at the post game, but no, I want to hear from him at the podium, or even tomorrow, or in the locker room away from the cameras.
If they loaded up, if they end up loading up tonight, I always put out the on the YouTube page. I put out the post game interviews.
I would love to hear what he had to say about the matchup. Guarding the cat, man, because he was getting eaten alive, and then of course, I mean, he was a pro tonight, because you don't get attacked on the offensive end. You don't get attacked on the defensive end and then come back and then make those plays down the stretch like he did if you're not a solid pro.
Right. All right, let's get to the scores around the association. 10 games in the association tonight. Let's start off with the finals. The San Antonio Spurs, another good young team that's going to have something to say about getting to the playoffs. They beat the Sacramento Kings tonight, 127-125. As we know, the Dallas Mavericks in a high-scoring shootout with the Portland TrailBlazers outlast them 137-131. The Lakers, by the skin of their teeth, beat the Utah Jazz, 105-104.
There was some controversy in that one.
Yeah. Look out now, maybe the hottest team in the NBA, the Houston Rockets, defeated the team with the best record. The OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder. Them two. 119-116. The Houston Rockets look like they are for real, man.
They had a death loop in that game with Dylan Brooks and
I'm not shocked. Dylan Brooks and anybody. Dylan Brooks.
That was funny.
They were they're Olympic teammates on Team Canada.
Yeah, in Canada.
You know what though? Like it's still competition here in the country. Just let Golden State and LeBron go at it. They're going to really play ball, and then all of a sudden they're going to high five at the end. But like, if you know, Dylan Brooks was tossing Shea Gilders around like a rag doll, dude. Like, I mean, that was hilarious to me.
Well, the only way Shea's gonna change that, right? The only way Shea's gonna change that, right? He's got to give Dylan Brooks 40. He's got to give Dylan Brooks 40. Dylan Brooks said, I don't expect anybody less to give me 40. So he's got to give him 40. He's got to give him 40.
So they were doing all that yucking it up and laughing after that, and they still lost the game? Oklahoma City?
Yeah. Yeah, OKC lost the game. They lost the game. 119-116. All right. The Toronto Raptors defeated. Well, the Raptors did something the Mavericks couldn't do. They beat the Miami Heat, 119-116. Congratulations to the Raptors.
You gotta get over that.
The New York Knicks defeated.
Hey, man, you can't hang on to the last game. You got to move on to the next game. Move on to the next night.
Hey man, my mind's always going back and forth. You like to go back to the
previous night. Coach King said you can't worry about last night. We got to go. We got to get on the next night.
Yeah, he's the coach. You got to do that. All right, the New York Knicks, they defeated the New Orleans Pelicans on 118-85 tonight. The Cleveland Cavaliers finally got off the snide. They lost 2 of their last 3, but they defeated the Boston Celtics. Got their lick back from a week ago, 115-111. The Memphis Grizzlies, the team we're going to be facing right now, look like they're one of the hottest teams also to go with the Mavericks and the Rockets. They defeated the Indiana Pacers 136-121. That would be a good one on Tuesday. And also final, the Orlando Magic, another hot team in the East. Look out now, they've won 5 of their last 6. They done climbed to the 3rd spot in the East. They defeated the Brooklyn Nets 100-92. And in progress late, the Los Angeles Clippers with a minute left are leading the Denver Nuggets by 4, 123-119. That's with a minute left in the 4th. And that's your stat, and that's your scores around the association. Brought to you by me, myself, and I, Walt Chisholm and Tovash. Back to you, Walt Chisholm and Tovash.
Yeah, man. What an interesting night here. For the Mavericks to go to the Motor Center and get a win, just like that.
Oof, my goodness.
Yeah, because you just don't do that.
As we know, the quick update: nothing changed. The Mavericks are still in 5th right now. But hey, it's gonna be a big game. Game back.
Gotta take a look at that. The standings.
Big game on Tuesday. They'll game back. They are a game back of the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies 14-7. The Mavericks are 13-8. That'll be a good game on Tuesday. A cup game.
It's a good barometer of teams, top 5 top teams like that in the West, especially the Mavericks being at the AAC. And so, just take care of business and do what you got to do and defend your home turf. And you'll send them home packing, but health is a big key. We don't know what we're getting back on Tuesday. We don't know how Klay is doing. We don't know how a lot of these other guys are doing. But to have that support from your bench and ride high like that, man.
Wait, did the Warriors play tonight, Kendrick?
No.
Okay, so we're about to move up to the 4th spot then.
They play tomorrow.
Hold on. Whoa. No, the Warriors didn't. The Warriors didn't play tonight. I'm gonna ask you guys a quick question.
So,
when Klay gets back, you think he need to be coming off the bench?
A lot of people are saying that is a conversation that is being had right now.
It's a good question. I don't think he should just jump right into the starting lineup. For sure, no. Hell no. Or if he starts, he's limited his minutes and put him on a pitch count.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if I think he needs to come off the bench and be another scoring punch. And I think either Quentin or Najee needs to be starting. Because
I think Najee for defensive purposes too.
Because Najee can score good enough. What really Najee's average almost 20 points in the last 2 weeks. Especially double digits. I think I've been pondering on that. I just want to get that by you, see what you two guys thought about it. I think the offense may be better. The team may be better if he's coming off the bench and being kind of like that offensive punch.
Go for 6th man of the year, Klay. Go for 6th man of the year, Klay. Go get it.
You got to also look at. He's an older player. And I think he needs to get warm. And so I think that's why he may remain in the starting lineup because, getting warm and then coming off cold like that, it's for the young guys.
It is.
You can't come off the bench as an older scorer.
I'm trying to preserve him because I don't want him playing all these big minutes and then because you pay that guy a lot of money, and you pay him a nice good contract and then get injured throughout the season.
Well, Kendrick, you made a point long time ago. The money's got to be on the floor.
Yeah, but if the guy steady injured, it's not gonna be on the floor. It's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm just saying the money has to be on the floor. So whoever's making that money is gonna be on that starting lineup.
We'll start to see J. Kidd play Grimes more.
Yeah, he's gonna tinker with the lineup. Nothing stays the same with Coach Kidd. That's the one thing I like about Coach Kidd. Nothing is for sure. If you playing bad, if you get injured and the team is going good, he's not gonna just throw you back in there just because of who you are.
Yeah, I mean, so that's something like in other sports, the local team that plays in Arlington, that's not baseball. If you start thinking about like how they are, how they handle business, it's a total 180, from how the Mavericks or even the Stars don't even do that either. They let those players earn minutes on the court, and if you go out there and earn minutes on the court, Grimes is a perfect example. Grimes should not have to miss minutes just because money Klay Thompson is healthy now. I think that they split minutes, both of them. They play the same position. Grimes just showed you tonight. He's the younger spry cat. He's going to give you big time minutes, big time plays on defense, and of course, I mean Klay. We all know what Klay has done over his career, but as that starts to wind down, Grimes is one of those dudes that, I mean, it's his position to lose, I think, when it comes to more minutes, just more minutes, though. Say it again.
Grimes is hitting the threes that Klay should be hitting.
Right. It's his position right now to lose when it comes to more minutes. I don't think Grimes should lose minutes, like J. Kidd said in the press conference. He said that, the minutes will come down and Q's minutes will come down and Hardy's minutes will come down. Hardy's minutes, will come down. I don't think that he should govern it like that. I think that he should evaluate how Grimes is playing. That's kind of where the plus, the plus minus comes in at. That's what they use that for. And I think that Grimes right now has a better plus minus than what Klay has.
Definitely been efficient within this time frame.
Definitely. Yeah, he's utilized every single minute this year, including that bucket at the end of the third tonight, where he hits that big time 3-pointer that went in, and Followill was just yelling because the horn kept going off and the horn got stuck. Yeah, I mean, that was a big time 3-pointer that he hit, and I mean, it's gonna be hard for him to come off the floor, bro. And that's a good problem to have with Coach Kidd too.
It is. So let's take a look at the schedule for this. I guess we can do it for the month of December. Hell, we here now, Kendrick. We are here.
Month of December.
December.
Where's Mariah Carey when you need her?
Okay.
Oh, she's ready. She's getting the pipes warmed up to sing that Christmas song that she makes so much money off of.
Yeah, the month of December. Starting off, it's still winnable games here. A lot of winnable games. I mean, you can have a good month for December. I mean, I think if you look at it, they got one Clippers. Clippers got to win today. They're going to be tough. Minnesota's on a free fall. You got Portland 2 more times in this month.
Oh yeah, Phoenix. I forgot they missed like a week because of the in-season tournament stuff. So after
the in-season tournament.
After Saturday, they won't play again till like December 19th.
Yeah, the in-season tournament. So it's like it's got Memphis on and that's basically a win and you're in for the Mavericks. The Mavericks win because they got the best point differential of all the teams. If they win, they're in the knockout round. So big game against Memphis on Tuesday. And then on Thursday,
they said we're going to Vegas. So
let's go to Vegas. I mean, Tobias can show you the sights. He knows all about all the ins and outs of Vegas. Trust me on that. Thursday,
that is my city.
Vegas is definitely a 3-day trip. Do not stay longer than 3 days.
That's a lot.
PJ,
I stayed a week, and I regret it.
If PJ stayed up more than 3 days, he may have another baby mama. But anyway,
Kendrick, you found out you went to Vegas not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get. I couldn't wait to get back. my pocketbook could wait to get back. Also,
that's that big trip where you got Rouser playing, had to go clock straight in. Said, damn.
Yeah, get to work. On Thursday, the 5th, a road trip there at Washington on Thursday. Then Saturday at Toronto. Those are winnable games. There, and then back at home for a Thursday and Saturday, basically mini playoff series against the Clippers. Back at the AAC on Thursday the 19th.
Leading into Christmas.
Yeah, and Saturday the 21st. Then Monday the 23rd. Another actually a 4-game homestand. At home against Portland, that leads you to that Wednesday, that Christmas Day game. At home against Minnesota, that game will be on ABC, ESPN. That'll be a 1:30 p.m. tip against the Timberwolves. Then after that game, a 4-game road trip, starting with at Phoenix.
I'm circling this game. We need this game. We lost to Phoenix twice. We need to bust Phoenix now.
Need to get this game at Phoenix. That'll be at 8 p.m. on the 27th. And then on Saturday, back at the Motor Center. And boy, you thought these guys were riled up here.
Coming back.
They really will be riled on the 28th. I mean, in Portland, 9 p.m. That's a Saturday game at Portland. And then going up to try to hopefully not get the beam lighted up on them. At Sacramento on the 30th. And then finishing up on New Year's Day at Houston. Got to get that game right there. Last time you played the Rockets really embarrassed them.
New Year's Day at Houston, you say.
Ran us out the gym too, boy.
Ran us out the gym.
They ran us out that gym.
Dang, that sucks. I wanted to go down there and see that. I can't go down there on New Year's Day.
Is that on New Year's Day?
New Year's Day.
Oh, come on, Vosh, make a trip out of it.
Not on New Year's Day?
Why not?
Nah, I can't do that.
That'd be too hungover for New Year's Eve.
Right.
New Year's Day, I got people coming over.
I got that whole thing going on. So that next day, New Year's Day ain't fun.
I forgot New Year's Day, you got to eat your black eyed peas and your greens. And
thank goodness they don't got a game New Year's Eve. I hate those games. New Year's Eve.
With the Stars play on New Year's Eve, that's a tradition that they do here at the AAC. They play a night game sometimes they play an afternoon game, but on New Year's Eve, the Stars usually are at home at the AAC. I still remember going down there and watching the people come out, and then all of a sudden now you're doing the countdown an hour later. I mean, that's pretty cool, but yeah, bro, a New Year's Eve game is kind of worse than Christmas Eve.
Yeah, when the Mavericks played New Year's Eve game, they usually catching hot air. Yeah, the 2 out of the last 3 years, they call it hot air.
What up, Keith?
Let me think. But yeah, I mean, going down there, and then that's a night game for the Mavs on New Year's Day.
Oh wait, that might. Yes, 7 o'clock game. I haven't said it might be a day game.
No, it's 7. No, it's gonna be. It's gonna be college football going on.
That's right. But that's why I thought it would be a day game, because college football would be that. Wouldn't it end the national championship game like the?
No, because it's got playoffs and those things. I don't know. I don't know what schedule those are. Those are different.
We don't know what the days are yet. Because we here at the AT&T is a part of that.
Yeah,
because we got the Cotton Bowl, and the Cotton Bowl is now a playoff game.
Yeah, ain't Alabama coming here?
No,
I don't know who's coming here.
Don't know yet. No, they haven't. You'll find that'll be settled next weekend after next weekend, because you got the conference championship.
Oh, Big 12, Big 12 or something like that's coming here. Okay, my bad.
Yes, the Big 12 championship game is Saturday.
It's gonna be. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be here. The Big 12 championship game gonna be here at AT&T Stadium. But that'll be an early.
It's a Saturday.
Would it be 12 o'clock? Would it be 12 o'clock?
11.
Okay. Yeah, Ross got to be there like 5 in the morning.
We got to be there at 6 in the morning. Yes.
Yeah, 6.
And then the funny thing is, I mean, it's not a favorable matchup with Colorado being out of it. It kind of sucks.
Iowa State and Arizona State.
That's ill. That's like a basketball game, dude. Like, Yeah. And shout out to Arizona State because their mascot got hands.
Damn. You got hands like that?
Their mascot got hands. The Sun Devil got hands. If y'all didn't see that yesterday between their mascot and the Arizona mascot, it was Wilbur.
I did see him had to spray that pepper spray that Mason there.
Oh, what guiding the people, boy? They were mad as hell.
That Michigan game.
People wanted that
I
smoke.
think you know what's funny though? I think that with the playoffs going to 12, you're starting to see more intensity from these schools. And then also what's happening is you're bringing back the rivalries, and then you have a whole week dedicated to all the rivals. And so right here at the end of the season, bro, these dudes are starting to take this thing seriously. And I think that now flag planting on a visitor's thing, especially when you lose at home, I think that flag planting is about to be banned. It is now worse than storming the field.
Yeah, it's gonna get banned.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's gonna get banned. It's gonna get banned. I got a feeling it's gonna get banned before the season over with, because they had to start putting some police officers at the midfield to stop players from coming on there.
Come on, man.
That's funny. You saw it in
the Florida State Florida game. They were trying to come on Florida State's field, and the police had to come out and usher them off. So
you saw it in the North Carolina game.
Yeah.
You saw it in the what was the other game? Oh, Texas and A&M. Some of the Texas players trying to come out there and do it. And start running out there.
It was all over. It was all over the country. Who else?
It was a lot of it.
I think it was Duke, Wake Forest. They looked like they finna get into it. At the end of the game on the field, it was like it was going all over the country. I don't know if they had planned that. People started planning that stuff. They said we're gonna go on the field and keep their field up.
It raised the viewership more of college football, and then now it's starting to get people involved again, bro. Mascots were fighting yesterday, so I mean that just tells me that the intensity is now growing. And I mean, for one, I love it. I love to see that kind of stuff. Don't call I feel trying to do that, especially when we just lost the game and here you are bringing your stupid ass flag from your other schools, the rivalry school.
Okay,
so just imagine that.
Y'all got to learn how to lose. We won.
Like that Michigan.
You gotta learn how to win.
You gotta learn how to win too. You gotta learn how to lose Ohio State.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to win too, bro. Like if I'm the coach, I'm not. Hey, put that flag down, dude. I don't want no problems.
All right, man. So
trying to win the fight.
We're gonna be back on Tuesday night. Hey, look at there. We back on Tuesday night. Hey, Vosh looks real bright right there with his hat on.
Look at me looking like Michael Jackson and Sammy Sosa all rolled into one.
All in one.
Yeah, you like Sammy Sosa, man. You like Sammy Sosa. Stop playing baseball.
Light skinned Vosh right there.
Yeah,
never thought I'd see today, but I'll be light skinned.
I looked at Sammy Sosa and said, who the hell is that? I said, Sammy Sosa, huh? I said, what happened, man?
Every Christmas take on the Dallas Mavericks. We'll be back then. But yeah, Sammy Sosa, baby.
All this bullshit.
I thought that dude shed his skin or something.
Nah, he ain't shed his skin. That's him. All right, man. So
he fell to that bat like Harley Quinn did on Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he fell to the acid.
We'll be back Tuesday night, man. Till then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around it, we'll see you around Tuesday night.
Yeah, hopefully you can see Sammy Sosa. You can find out what he look like.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling